get your name on the list, that's all.
Okay, we have square piece, pretty nice shape, turn bottom. It's a nice weight. It's a good balance piece. I like it a lot. One thing that might give this a little extra accent would be to sharpen the cup if you wanted to flatten that area off a little bit and make it a little bit more distinct on the rim treatment. But otherwise, it's a really pretty piece. Oh, we have a Jimmy Clues piece. A box. Oriental square box. I would say that is excellent. That's a beautiful curve. Nicely turned little bottom on there.
Who did that? Excellent.
Norm, very nice.
Imagination.
Turned lid. Little finial, very detailed finial.
Watched.
Norm is really developing that eye for that curve, which is cool. Beautiful. Nicely turned inside.
Yeah.
Check that out. Isn't that pretty? You gonna oil it?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do anything with it.
Very nice.
That's the other Jimmy Clues piece.
Okay, little clamshell box. I like those kind of boxes. That's pretty. It's little ambrosia maple. That's from the workshop, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that was the last project we did.
Little inset lid. Very pretty. We have little oak piece, carved top. Unfortunately, it's cracked through the base. I guess it was a
Oak does that, it was wet.
piece. So, but anyway, great practice to get the.
Yeah, that's all I was doing, just working on
It's got a really nice fit on the lid. Got that inset lid. So if you do one out of maple, you won't get that crack.
Is that finial carved? You're moving around, having a hard
Carved
time.
finial.
Very nice, yeah.
That is really pretty. So I'd try some more of those.
Nice touch.
Try some more. Use some cherry or some maple or some burl.
I have a lot of oak.
Okay. Maybe I'll bring you a little maple burl, a couple of little maple burl pieces.
You live in Raleigh, do you?
No, but I have lots of oak.
Is this yours also? Okay, more oak.
More oak. I wanted a heavy pencil holder because plastic pencil holders fall over. I hate that.
Okay, well you accomplished that. It's a nice heavy pencil holder. It's got good weight. It's a beautiful inside, nicely turned inside, balance, thickness.
You know, I found the best Halloween tool is a badan.
Never heard of a banana. Have you heard?
It's like a big parting tool.
A big party.
It's a little steeper.
Okay. So that's very cool. What's your finish?
I just used Johnson's paste rack.
Okay, Johnson wax. Okay.
I kept waxing because I didn't want it to crack.
Okay. You could rough it to an inch thick first and put it away and let it dry some. Get it down to 12% moisture and then
That
finish
won't
it.
get the wood out of the wheelbarrow. I've got to turn all the wood in the wheelbarrow and get it out of there.
Besides, at an inch thick, oak will still crack on you.
Chris,
That's well, it's just an idea to help dry it. It's good if you can get the percent down to under 10%, it won't crack on you. This is a dramatic, very spectacular piece.
That ain't oak.
It's got a steel bar.
who did it?
Very nice. Look at the detail on the inside of that finial.
Is that a little bird?
That's a little inset bird. The dove? Okay.
Looks like making an earring.
Is that,
Don't tell my wife.
what's Cocobolo, rosewood, or ebony?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a piece I've had around for a couple of years, and I honestly don't know what it is.
Probably rosewood. This is pretty. What kind of wood is that?
That's Padu.
Padu, okay. That's got nice balance. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels nicely balanced. Got beautiful finish, wax finish.
Lacquer.
Lacquer.
With
with
Carnauba.
Carnauba wax over lacquer. Okay. Nicely turned bottom. Bottom is proportional to the shape. You don't want about that size diameter, so that's really nice. I mean, that really works. It's a pretty curve, pretty wood, nicely finished, and a beautiful accent top. So very nicely done.
Looks white.
Yeah, it's balanced. It's
Hollowed out on the inside?
yeah, it's the appropriate. Actually, you see through it, which is a nice accent to have the natural edge.
Did you
where
do
come
anything
through.
to stabilize the inclusions?
Well, I've got a couple spots of CA.
I mean, this is a really nicely balanced piece. Really feels good. That's a really choice piece of work. I like this. This is a practical piece.
No, that's a stolen idea.
Everybody's using earbuds these days, so that's a great way to just put it in your pocket.
I saw it on a Pinterest link from somebody selling it on Etsy, and I said, well, that's a wonderful
Okay.
idea with little flat scraps of exotics.
Okay, looks like rosewood, probably rosewood.
Coca-Cola.
Beautiful, very nice, very creative. You're doing very creative work. We have, this is a piece, I experimented a little bit. This is one of my pieces. It's walnut, old walnut, and the idea, I was trying to get this balance so it wouldn't be heavy. For me, it's challenging to keep the weight off the bottom because sometimes I leave it too heavy on the bottom, but I look at the shape a lot on something like this, and I think I was a little heavy here, and I think I was a little heavy here, but so I like the curve. I like playing with curves. I like to do a little bottom on the base.
The figure on that is just beautiful.
Yeah,
You
that
got to
was-
get up close to it.
That was an old growth Clara walnut. Had a lot of figure to it. So
Did you put some CA on that?
I did use some CA,
Trying
yeah,
spot.
a little CA and some dark rosewood in this one bark inclusion area. Because that was a really punky, I had a punky area that had to be sealed up. But the curl through there I was trying to capture that. I like the curl part. So, got some interesting, here's another kind of curve that appeals to me. I just like the crazy wood. It was spalted, curly maple. A little turbine oriented. Probably like that. You know, the bark.
Bark on the outside.
Bark would be going around like this. Yeah. Here would have been the bark if I could keep the bark on there. Little void in here to give you a little gauge of thickness. Might be a little thick. After I took it off the lathe, I thought wish I might have gotten a little thinner on it.
If I let that wood sit a little longer, it might have got a little spalted.
You know, it's pretty solid. Really. It wasn't too punky.
Was that not punky at all?
It was a little punky in a couple
that's
spots.
so far.
In a couple spots it was punky, so I used a little super glue to seal that up. This is just an experiment. This was maple, curly maple. Had some contrast, straight grain with the burly spalting. And I'd never done something with a shape on the side of it. I thought it might be interesting just to do something different. So sometimes I'll make something weird or different and look at it and say, wow, does that work or doesn't it work? Just to stretch your imagination a little bit. What do you think? I like it comes up here a little higher than here. You know, it has lift. So I think it works.
It's an interesting piece.
It's something different. Let's get away from the same stuff all the time. This is just a tip. I don't know. It's cherry burl, and just the thing here. I was just trying to capture a little bit of lift on the outside to get a little curl with the ball shape, little bottom, and just get that curve where it comes right down to the foot. I like it when it just comes right above where it would sit to give it lift. And this one too could have been a little thinner in the bottom. It's thin here, but it's a little thick on the bottom. So I'm still playing with the balance of pieces, which is fun. This is a beauty, Joe Reynolds. Just a nice substantial piece.
I'm still playing with the finish. I'm
Okay.
real disappointed with it.
You mentioned it had some wax or
I
some.
tried to oil it and it just sucked it like a sponge, and I said, well, I'll wax it. That worked out very well.
I mean, that's wild wood. That's beautiful wood, and
What is
What
it?
is it? Maple?
It's not half rotten.
I mean, just a good, heavy, wholesome bowl, man. It's nice.
It looks like another piece that's been set for another 2 weeks. It'd just
Experiment
be
with your finish.
pure pulp.
Could have gone to Doug. Need some fruit in it.
Yeah, I think your base diameter is good. I mean, that's got the right size base. It looks good. These are really cool. I like these a lot. This is a Jimmy Clues attachment for a bit. You can take interchangeable bit, and these are Andes, right? Yeah, Andy. Yeah, beautiful.
They
Heavy.
look like Jimmy's, but they don't work at the same time.
But
Give 'em
you know,
more
the idea
They're
they're these are heavy and balanced, and it's a great place for your hand. It fits perfectly. It's a great idea. So these are very nicely done.
Show.
That's it.